It's me, Tony Bomboni ASMR. Welcome back to your video. So before this begins, if you could just subscribe and tap that bell and hit all notifications. And check my website. I have a website called TonyBomboni.com, which has a lot of bookings right now. They're actually technically on back order right now. I'm behind on like 14 bookings right now because I've been running into some issues. And I just have hardly been lately at home to work on fixing these issues, because I've had these like trips planned in advance, and now all of a sudden technology, Mercury retrograde starts to act up and stuff like that. So I deeply apologize for anyone waiting on their bookings, but you're gonna get them by the time you see this video. You're probably gonna get them in your inbox, and I'll be all caught up by then. But I have bookings on my website, TonyBomboni.com, that you can order, and on a normal regular day you get it within 2 days, and it's just great. And actually, I highly recommend y'all book now while you can, because I do have a very long trip coming up that I'll still work while I'm doing it, but it will probably be slower, okay, like now. So if you want faster, I recommend you book now, like ASAP, before I go. But anyway, this is a live ramble video. I will get to talking about what I've been doing, but I just came back from the Ritz-Carlton, okay, the Ritz-Carlton Hotel yesterday with my boo-boo, my boo-boo chest, yeah. We have too much fun together, right? It's just how it is. It was my first time being there, and it was funny. I guess I'm still having my morning coffee. I'm in a rush. Like today, I'm gonna try to whip it. Today, I'm getting my screen installed in my patio. I don't know if you guys remember from my vlog channel, youtube.com/TonyBomboni, but I show sometimes my back patio when it's raining, or sometimes, and there's this like white metal there. They're gonna take that all out. They're gonna put a big booty screen, and it's gonna be a no-seam screen, so it's gonna be nice. You're not gonna have those no-seams biting you anymore. I can actually sit back there, suntan, because sometimes the shadow of that metal, gets in the ways, and I don't like suntanning outside, because sometimes you come across a snake or a turtle that wants to bite your toe. No joke, a bobcat, okay, and a bunch of bees. Sorry, sometimes I hear a noise and I'm like, wait, there's no one home. Yeah, I'm glad I'm going to be home alone the next 2 days so I can work. And every evening I drive to my partner's house, which is lives really close to me, thankfully. It was so hard to find a partner in the area, because I live in a kind of mostly rich old folk kind of live here, so it's really hard to find someone that has their own money, that's really young, and that they don't have to live with someone or depend on someone. They bought their own house like I did, and their car and stuff like that. So yeah, they work, they're sane, right? That was very hard, and you guys know how many issues I ran into with exes at the time. So anyway, that was the past. I forgive them. I don't want to talk about that. The future is now. So I do drive to his house pretty much every night. I basically live there now. I live here only to work, and then I basically live there, I guess. So I've kind of been doing that, but I don't do my bookings there. I don't film ASMR there, unless I'm doing a random old-fashioned ASMR video just for my phone, right? I've been vlogging our trips back and forth, and I haven't even had time to upload our updated travel vlogs and stuff. He's been filming stuff with his GoPro, so this video is just me basically rambling about my life right now and everything. So yeah, maybe it feels like talking to a friend. Okay, let me know in the comments what you've been going through. I want to hear, because but we had this negative experience at the Ritz-Carlton. It was my first time going. He's been several times. He's been all over the world. He's been way more places than I have, definitely. He's definitely well traveled, okay? And so but it was my first time, and I was really excited, and I still had a good time time if it's in a shack, okay? Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care about those things. I don't care about the things of this world. I really just want my peace nowadays more than ever. Like, that's more important to me than $1,000 a night hotel, right? Like, which, I mean, thankfully we don't even pay for, because, you know, points and stuff. But anyway, my point is, no pun intended, this hotel had like baby vomit on the chair and like stains on the carpet, and they had given us the wrong like view with the like construction. I was like, oh my god, you can actually hear the construction the whole time, even with the door closed. And I was like, okay, yeah, this is not it. The view was nice. We had the 4th floor, and it was overlooking the, not the marina, that was the other side. I think the Hyatt, and then the Hyatt Regency Hotel, and it had the front view at the entrance, the front of the hotel, and you could see the water down there and the people and the pool area. It was so nice. But a week before, 2 weeks before that, we stayed in the same city, at the Westin, and I really liked the Westin. Like, I mean, like, the room was spacious. It was kind of decently affordable. They give you free champagne complimentary, just like when you walk in the Ritz, free champagne complimentary. And I vlog my journey. I'm gonna upload it soon if I remember. Hopefully you get to see it by the time. I'm so caught up, guys. I'm going to Chicago in 6 days. Then honestly, I wasn't gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it now. I'm going to Mexico. Yeah, I'm gonna live in Mexico for about a month. It's gonna be really fun. But yeah, like I said, I'm wondering how I'm gonna keep up, because I'm gonna have to work and stuff. So that's why I said, if you have a question for me, if you want a reading or something, the easiest thing for me to do off the go is the tarot reading. The candle wax, I gotta set up the candle and stuff. The coffee reading, gotta cook it, set it up. The Reiki, a whole big setup. The ASMR, sometimes usually a setup. Okay, depends what you request. The tarot reading is easy for me to do. Like, the tarot is so easy. I just pull out my tarot cards and I can film on any table, any desk, whatever. So if you want to book tarot, I recommend it. I recommend my other service as well, but the tarot, okay, I'll be able to do those easily on the go when I do my travels. The others might have to be delayed a bit, either until I get back or I have the time to actually sit down and do the whole setup and stuff like that. Okay, but I'll make it work. Okay. And if it's a little delay, you know, you can always email me and ask me, like, why is it taking so long? Whatever, you know, like, okay, don't be rude, but, like, you know, okay, I warned you, right? Like, I'm warning you ahead of time. You better book now while I'm home, because the next, after that, 3-4 weeks is gonna be a little hectic, crazy for me, trying to film ASMR, do my bookings, do my travelings, get some sleep. Okay, so, I'm still trying to like wrap my head. I'm gonna work around it, but yeah, do them while you can. Okay, ASAP. Okay. Anyway, you'll know I'm there because I'll be filming from there. So it's gonna be a different location. It ain't gonna be no green screen, no usual background in my house. You're gonna know. Okay, you're gonna be able to tell right away. And we're gonna be jumping around from place to place to place to place to back to back to back to back. It's gonna be quite a journey. We're gonna be with his friends the first week, and then we're kind of solo. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty blast. And we're going to Chicago. I had this trip in Chicago with me and the boo boo. Okay, and yeah, haven't been there in like 3 years plus. It's gonna be like a really good change, and nice to see my hometown, see the changes after everything that happened in 2020. Wow, what's different, you know? And I think we're gonna do lunch on a boat in like Michigan, and we're booked a hotel downtown Chicago, which was actually pretty surprisingly affordable. And you know, sometimes I do the drive like to see where our old house is, where we used to live, and in the suburbs. Maybe, you know, we're gonna be landing in Wisconsin, so it's gonna be like, you know, the drive down back. It's gonna be fun to see all that, and interesting to yeah, just, you know, go there again after all this time. Last time I was there was like minus 10 to 20 degrees. I went with my Chihuahua and my mother, and yeah, she's been going there lately to do her dentist appointments. So while we're there, she's gonna be doing that too, and my brother's gonna be there too. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Last time I went to Chicago, before the last time, was with the friend of mine. So it'd be fun to go with, someone else this time and just get to experience, I guess, the new reality. I know there's like different stuff in Illinois. Like, I guess there were for a long time more like restriction and stuff like that. But so it'll be interesting to see what's changed. That's all. I know there was like an exodus of people like moving out of the state, so it'll be interesting to just see all that and have a good time, just like enjoy, just relax. Usually when I'm there, I'm like not really thinking about much. Sometimes I think about my past and it makes me a little bit sad, but then I'm like, okay, get over it. You're a grown puppy, right? Like, that was whatever happened, right? Don't be sad that you left. We all know I've been living here now in Florida for 6 years. Supporting myself, basically paying my own bills, rent, mortgage, whatever, like surviving on these streets. You know what I'm saying? And I did great. I never thought I would get this far, honestly, and like build my roots here in some way, but slowly working on it. Still not great at making friends. I'm kind of antisocial. I don't really care for that life. I don't really ever feel lonely or bothered by like not having many friends. There's times when I'm like bored, but I sabotage when I'm bored, so I'd rather not contact someone or reach out when I'm bored, because I know I'm just going to ruin it. I'm going to ruin the relationship, the friendship with that person, if I'm just talking with a friend out of boredom. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really have to feel like something's missing, and right now I don't feel that lack. I was actually pretty happy and pretty content. You guys know, before I met Jesse, I was doing freaking amazing. Like I was just thriving and striving and enjoying solo life, and I just knew I had this feeling I wouldn't be very soon. I just knew. I mean, I'm not psychic for no reason, right? I just knew. And it scares you sometimes when you know. It's like, ooh, you can even predict your death. But anyway, beyond that, I just knew deep down inside, and I felt like I was ready for a relationship, right? And so that's a lot has been changed since November when we met, and I can't believe it's almost been like 6 months. And God, like, I never thought I'd get this far with anything, really. I mean, it was nice to meet, some of his friends, and I guess, kind of make, like, quite a difference, right? Like even meeting new people always made me feel so uncomfortable, but everything just felt so natural and free-flowy and not pushed, not pressured into anything, right? Like, everything just felt so right. So I'm really in a good place. I feel very fulfilled right now, and I'm definitely at my peak with everything in my life, and it feels really good right now to be in that peak place of just complete satisfaction. And it was a hard lesson, but I had to learn that like, friends are important, but they're not everything, right? You shouldn't rely on someone heavily. Even in a relationship, you shouldn't be attached. You shouldn't be attached to anything. I don't believe you should have attachment to anything. It's not a good place to be, because you have to be somewhat self-reliant in life, otherwise you're screwed. And so that was a hard lesson, and it took me a long time to grasp, but I'm glad I did now at almost 28 years old rather than later in life, so but yeah, for now things are amazing. And although like it feels like the world around is crumbling, which it is, because well, as they say, the tower has to collapse for a new one to be built, right? So you know exactly what I'm talking about, some of you. That's kind of what's happening now, and I feel like we're just in the middle of that mess, and the bricks are now starting to rattle before they tumble to the ground and the building collapses, so to speak. So but we have to think positive. We have to realize, and I still have this overall feeling that everything will be okay no matter what. Like, the world can be burning, all the forests can burn down, we can have no water, no food to eat left, but ultimately there's there's a feeling that everything will be okay. Maybe that's just my delusion. Maybe that's just me knowing we're a soul. We're not this human body. We're not living here forever, right? We don't die when we die. Like, that's impossible. Energy can never die. So if you think about that, everything ultimately is okay. But I have been thinking lately about food, and so is my brother, and I'm really proud of him. Like, he's been, I don't know if I mentioned it, but he's been doing his thing. Okay, he's been trying to, contribute to stacking up and stuff. So he's been getting like a bunch of rice and beans and stuff and putting it in an undisclosed location. And I'm like, I just brought one here. I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, like, yeah. So I always buy the small bags because I'm kind of cheap. But he done bought the big bags. I'm like, he's really a kind, loving heart person. He didn't have to do this. I mean, he really, is just working a regular job like everyone else, but he's just so generous sometimes, and I'm just like so thankful he did this. He's thinking about family, he's thinking about survival now, and I just like, it makes me feel less alone, because there's like no one to talk to about this stuff in my life. So I feel like just less alone. I feel like you guys are my friends. That's why maybe I feel like I don't need friends, because you guys are like, we're always talking, and you guys get it, right? You get it. So hey, at least get rice and beans if you can't afford much. Like, you're on a budget. I'm on a budget for sure. Especially now. It can be like a little tight sometimes. So I know I'm just saying, we just came here from the Ritz. Okay, you know what? Child, I'm paying for Chicago with points. Like, I'm not paying a dime for that trip, okay? And I haven't even been there in like 3 years, okay? So I haven't even been on vacation in a long time before these trips I've been taking, like Puerto Rico and stuff. It's been like 5-6 years. So yeah, like I planned it and saved for it for a long time. So yeah. Anyway, but rice and beans, just something I've been thinking about. Wanted to bring this as a trigger to make some sound. Get you some rice bean while you can. Stack up. Okay, stack it to the rafter if you have to. Alright. Every day I'm just like, wow, I realize how unprepared I am, but I'm trying not to sit in that whiny, B-wordy place of like, boo-hoo, boo me, I'm not prepared. No, like, I'm trying to take initiative and action to be as prepared as I can for anything. You should have always been in the year 2000, in the year 1980. You should have always been, okay? It's always smart to, and you save a lot long term buying in bulk too. So if you're on a budget, this just makes me really happy. Like, deep down inside, I feel fulfilled that, family maybe starting to realize things. And I'm a bulk up. I want to fill like freezers, fridges. Like, I want to do all that, okay? Like, very soon, because I don't know, gardening, I've been trying to get into it, and then I realized maybe my screen guy is here now. I'm hearing some sounds. He's supposed to install the screen. It's through my stepdad's company. He does gutters and screen for people. He has a really successful business, and he did my gutters a few years ago. Now they're doing the screen, and I got a good deal because I'm going through him. I'm really thankful. And he was supposed to be here at like 3:30, but it's still the morning. Still having my coffee. As you see, I just came back from my boyfriend's house. I've been bringing Paco as well there lately, and yeah, it feels like one happy family. I finally got to meet his family over Easter, and I mean, I just loved it. They were like, they did a prayer, which I really loved, being someone with faith, and yeah, we just chat and had a good time. Talked with his sister. We went out for lunch the other day, and I mean, you guys, I'm just I'm in such a fulfilled state right now. I don't really crave, want, or need anything right now. I just feel so fulfilled and really thankful. And yeah, so what can I say, you guys? I'm just spreading that loving joy, that positivity to you. I can only hope and pray you feel the same way, at least very soon, if things have not been easy for you. And I'm wishing everyone such happiness. I just spent the last 2 days staring at rich people in their houses left and right and just being like in awe of like still how much success is there out there, right? Like how many people are still to this day very successful, doing very well, dressed in the nicest clothes, having $30 million homes, and like, oh, we even had lunch on the boat and we toured the whole bay. And what can I say? It was just really, like, I mean, like, I still feel the energy. Like, I still feel the energy of just like knowing that. I think when you surround yourself with that, you just know that, you know, we don't have to suffer. We don't have to be in a struggle, in a survival mode. If they can do it, so can I, you know. It may make us feel a little uncomfortable, like, oh my gosh, they have so much more than me, and I thought I had a lot. But that pushes us to grow. And when I was just looking at them and observing them non-judgmentally, trying my best not to, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I wonder what they do for a living. What company do they own? Do they just come from old money? And I don't know, there's just some difference when you surround yourself with those people. It's like you just feel the difference somehow, like your shift in mindset, your mind frame about the world, and suddenly you realize everything will be okay. There's always going to be someone doing better. Even during the Great Depression of 1929, there were still people doing very well during that time, okay? But they don't talk about it, because most people were not. But there's always opportunity. There's always a blessing in disguise. There's always someone that can help. There's always something that can come and save you. And I know it for a fact. And sometimes I wonder, like, some of these kids of these families, like, don't even know what they have. They don't even have the gratitude or appreciation to know what they grew up in. Like, I was kind of like that. I mean, I'm a hypocrite to say if I'm not, because we didn't grow up well off, but we started being after a while, and then I realized I had to appreciate it more after we lost everything and had to start over. So, yeah, I'm gonna learn to appreciate this peak moment of my life right now while I can. Maybe things get so bad that it's just like there's nothing any of us can do. Hey, you know what? I have my peace, right? And that's so important to realize. I recognize, like, we have to live in peace, right? We can't live in ego anymore. We cannot evolve if we keep doing that. We have to be with our highest self and live in peace. And I think this world would be a much better place if we just all kind of collectively accept that that's how things are and agree that that's all we have inside is what's within. And anyway, so moving on to the Ritz. So there was this front desk person allegedly that he had known that was friends with some of his friends when he lived in that same town. So he didn't tell us until he messaged him later, right? And so it was awkward because I had to confront them and go Karen on them because we had this room that was like not to the suiting, right? I mean, if you don't give up all your funds to get that one room for the night, which is already ridiculously expensive, especially if you have to end up paying full price, which thank God we didn't. But yeah, so they gave us a lot of discounts and we almost had to pay nothing at the end because of that. Even with the food, the hangout at the spa and stuff, like we almost done paid nothing. Like our whole stay for those 2 days was like, what, $80 a person? Like nothing, literally, because they were kind enough to help out in that way and give us a new room. So we had the new room, which was, I think, slightly bigger, had more furnishings and a better, quieter view. So I was really thankful for that. It did take him a while to help us, but still, I was thankful, and I was like, okay, you know, we thought to ourselves, if this is like the worst of our problem, we have such a hard life. We were joking, like, really, like, I mean, we don't deserve to complain. Like, that's not right. Okay, so, still had a nice time, and, we just, did the whole drive near where I used to live, and, what a beautiful day it was. Sunny, warm, but not too hot, and it was just amazing. And then we went to the spa, and I went to the steam room, the dry and the wet room, and it was like, whoa. Then the hot tub after that. I hadn't gotten there a while. It was very cleansing. I'm still feeling kind of like the effects after, kind of tired, drained, because you cleansing and detoxing and purifying and stuff. So and then we hung out on this like balcony area and chilled for a while. So I mean, what can I say, right? It's just kind of like a hotel for people who just want to get away and chill. A lot of older people there for sure. People going just for a conference mostly, but pretty much everywhere we went, you had to do the valet thing. Even the restaurants. Oh, we had this restaurant by the water and the dock yesterday. It was just nice. So what can I say, guys? I don't even remember what I did. Just go check out the vlogs. You can see all my travel adventures the last several months, weeks. And I mean, I don't even film or record everything, really. There's just so much that we've been doing that. I just haven't really been home much lately, to be honest. So but I will get that what I need to get taken care of now while I can, and filming these ASMR before the screen person comes while it's quiet. But yeah, I love it. I love my life right now. I love coming over, cooking us dinner, and I just don't see anything else right now. I'm just such in a content place. Like, even if nothing much changes, I think I'll be happy for a very long time. And I'm just in such a gratitude that like some mornings I'll just like cry because I'm just so thankful. Like, I can't express how I feel right now, but I wanted to share it with you because I really want you to connect with that energy too, and just like you magnify the intention when you're in such gratitude. It's a good place to be. It's a good place to sit in. I want you to sit in that feeling. I want you to draw in that blessing that you've been waiting for a long time. May that be coming to you now. May the blessing you've been looking for come to you now. May you continue to sit in this gratitude vibration, this good positive feeling, which is your protection. It is that force field that protects you from negativity. And no matter what you're going through, no matter Mercury retrograde, no matter what planet is in what alignment, that will not phase and affect you, impact or influence you. You have the blessing of God and Christ Jesus, if that's what you believe. But if not, you have the blessing of spirits, your angels, your universe, your ancestors. You have so much protection around you, and I want you to know that. I want you to connect with them now. I want you to tap in how powerful and strong you are. You are an unstoppable force, a creation of Source Almighty. And I want you to know your worth. I want you to see yourself now adorned in the nicest clothing, maybe even going to those nice places yourself, and just seeing those nice people, and seeing yourself just eating the nicest food and having the nicest view, and just really enjoying life to the fullest extent of the laws of the universe. And I just want you to immerse yourself in that happiness, immerse yourself in that fulfillment, but even go beyond the laws of the universe as soul, knowing that you're not those things. Even if you don't have those things in this life, you are much more than that. You are an unlimited, unstoppable creation of light and love and pure essence. Sorry, my prayer disconnected because the camera shut off. It doesn't matter what someone did to you, who did you wrong, who did you dirty. You have your peace within. I want you to tap into that peace now. I want you to tap into that eternal peace, that riches. You may not have riches in this life, but you have riches elsewhere. I want you to know that. I want you to tap into wherever that is. If you're reincarnated on another planet, if you are just here and then you go home to the light and you have riches there, I want you to tap into that good that rich feeling meaning that sweet spot of just pure gratitude and peace, pure joy in your heart, and emanate it and maximize the vibration of it and spread it onto others as a wave and elevate the vibration of this planet together. Collectively, reach out to those people. They need you. They need your hug. They need your love. They need your light. I want you to do that today, and I want you to promise me that you're going to do that, okay? Hug someone today, even if it's just that front desk person. You know what? You're going to give them a hug because you know they've been going through something. You can feel it. You know they're going through issues, and you know they need that hug right now. So be that love. Have unlimited love in your heart, and just spread it onto others. Even if you seem like a weirdo, it's okay. You can be that weirdo alien from another planet. You came here for a reason, to spread that love from your other planet, okay? I love you so much. And I want to thank you all for watching. I gotta get going, otherwise I'll never finish. I'll just go on, just rambling like an old person who's lonely. I mean, I just can go on and on, you guys. So this is my only way to reach out to the world, and I'm glad I can be able to do this still after almost 10 years. And my 10 year is July 18th. So are you all gonna celebrate with me? Are we gonna have a big festival, like something? Are we gonna meet up or something? Are we gonna do a big video or something? I mean, come on. We gotta do something. This is one of the oldest channels. We gotta do something. Alright. Who's still posting? Alright, guys. If this channel had like an appearance, like an avatar, it would have a walking stick. It would have like back pains. I mean, this channel getting there, okay? So it's a century old, alright? Alright, y'all. So take care. Love and light blessings to you. Namaste. Peace be with you. Whatever